In this episode, we are tearing down a Suzuki GSX250 engine. This engine is identical to the one in the Suzuki DL250. The main difference between this and the China 3-stage GW250 is the rocker arms. This model uses roller rocker arms, whereas the China 3 GW250 uses standard rocker arms. I've done a video on the GW engine before, so you can check my previous work to compare them. This engine hasn't had a single bearing replaced yet. The owner previously upgraded this to a 300 cubic centimeters displacement. This is the forged piston from that 300 cubic centimeters kit. It has run 12,000 kilometers since the upgrade. Let's take a look at the piston skirt. There is almost no visible wear and tear. Let's zoom in and take a closer look. Yeah, you really can't see anywhere at all. The owner participates in Gymkhana. He said this displacement just doesn't satisfy him anymore. So he requested that while we have it completely torn down, we should give it a proper, heavy modification. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Later in the video, I'll walk you through everything we changed. Let's check out the slipper clutch. I won't go into too much detail here about the benefits of a slipper clutch. Of course, this clutch was an aftermarket mod. The stock one is just a standard multi-plate clutch, a wet multi-plate type. Moving on, let's remove the clutch basket. This chain drives both the oil pump and the water pump. Flip it over. Since you've watched this far, if you enjoy the video, please give it a like and hit follow. In the next episode, I'll upload the assembly video for this engine. Remove the oil pan. There are seriously a lot of bolts here. Splitting the crankcase. Let's check the bearings. The journal bearings still look pretty good. Balancing shaft, crankshaft, and a pair of thrust bearings. Let's look at the countershaft, and here is the main culprit. This bearing right here. This is why you must never adjust your drive chain too tight. According to the owner, he had adjusted the drive chain way too tight. Look at this second gear drive gear. Let's take it out and inspect it. Look closely, everyone. These dimpled oil retention grooves are worn down almost completely flat. For comparison, a normal one should look like this. As you can see, it has already been worn down into an oval shape. That's pretty easy to spot, right? Pull out the main shaft. Teardown complete. Next, we are preparing to replace it with this 57.8 mm stroke crankshaft. The stock one has a 55.2 mm stroke. And to reduce vibrations, we'll swap in this 300 cubic centimeters balancer shaft. The counterweights on this balancer shaft are larger. You can see it right here. If you're wondering why, well, the owner asked me to push it to a 350 cubic centimeters displacement. You can check out my upcoming videos for that. Here is the assembly process of this Suzuki GSX250 engine. We are retrofitting the balancer shaft from a DL300. This balancer shaft has larger counterweights, meaning fewer vibrations. The crankshaft is also swapped from a DL300. The stroke on this crankshaft is 57.8 mm. Installing the thrust bearings. With the crankshaft stroke increased, the displacement naturally goes up as well. Paired with a 61 mm forged piston, the resulting displacement will be 337.8 cubic centimeters. If it were paired with the stock crankshaft, the displacement would only be 323 cubic centimeters. Torquing it down properly. The owner loves to push boundaries with modifications, and he happened to find a builder like me who loves it just as much. Installing the oil pump chain. Installing the clutch basket. Installing the slipper clutch. The installation method for this slipper clutch is a bit different from a standard clutch. I will post a dedicated tutorial on how to install a slipper clutch later. Since you've watched this far, if you like the content, please give it a thumbs up and follow. This is the 61 mm custom forged piston. The piston went through secondary machining. We spent a lot of time carefully calculating the compression height. Fortunately, the hard work paid off. The owner said the power feels massive. The subtitle on screen said high impact, but it was a typo for high RPM. The intake and exhaust ports were polished and enlarged. In order to increase air intake volume, we also swapped the camshaft for a high-lift, high-angle race cam. Likewise, this must be torqued precisely. The clicking sound of this torque wrench is incredibly satisfying and addictive. This red fluid is Model 7100 engine oil. Finishing the install on the high-angle camshaft. You absolutely must torque this correctly. If you over-torque these bolts, the camshaft won't spin freely. As for fuel management, we connected a piggyback ECU to tune the fuel maps. This map is optimized specifically for high RPMs. Alright, all done. The owner sent back a feedback video. Let's listen to how it sounds. The owner noted it's very quiet. It doesn't even echo in an underground garage. The engine still needs to be broken in, so he can't push it too hard just yet.